Alright, so I want to make this video because recently I've been going back and forth with you guys in the comments about what Jon Jones' plan is. I've already been, like, basically alluding to what I think would happen, so I want to give a full video where I would explain if I was Jon Jones. I'm trying to make the most amount of money at the end of my career. We're gonna look at what kind of contract he is on, how many fights he has left, and how much money he could be making from the Tom Arsenal fight, from Derek Lewis fight, which he is alluding to, and potentially a Francis fight. Come on, let's do it, whatever. I'll fix that after this video. Anyways, if you like the video, subscribe. That's my usual thing. But, okay. I'm gonna pull up Jon Jones's record. To start off, one, I wanna go through. This is really annoying me. Whatever. I give up. I want to go through his record to kind of give you all who may be new to the sport an idea of how long Jon Jones has been around, what he has done throughout his career, who he beat, and, the asterisks next to most of these things. Starting off, like you look at the beginning of his career, first on TKO, third on KO, first on submission, first on KO, TKO, first on KO. Basically, like, he was able to upset, finish his first 6 fights, all by finish. He has a unanimous decision win against Andre Guzmao in his debut. Beat Stephen Bonner by unanimous decision. UFC legend, rest in peace. Beat Jake O'Brien by submission. Then the infamous Matt Hamill loss, where he was dominating that fight, and that rule recently got overturned. However, this will be this is looking like it will always be a loss on his record. Then he came back, TKO'd Brandon Vera, TKO'd Vladimir Machuchenko, submitted Ryan Bader in the second round, who Ryan Bader would then go on to become a simultaneous 2-division champion Bellator. Say what you want about Bellator, but it's still a notable win to have in your career. He knocked out Mauricio Shogun Rua for the belt, another UFC legend. Submitted Rampage Jackson in the 4th round. Rampage Jackson being one of my favorite fighters of all time, and in Jones' own words, the scariest opponent he has faced in his career. Then you have the infamous standing guillotine over Lyoto Machida. Lyoto Machida being a former... I'm pretty sure he won the light heavyweight title. Anyways, former champion. Submitted him. Then he beat Rashad Evans a unanimous decision. With their rivalry that they had and still have, I'm pretty sure. Then he submitted Victor Belfort while he was on TRT. Then he TKO'd Chael Sonnen, but he broke his toe, and if that was caught, Chael Sonnen would have won the light heavyweight championship. Crazy that Chael Sonnen nearly was one of the first double champs. It's kind of sad though. Anyways, Then you have that Alexander Gustafsson fight, very close. A lot of people thought Ghost would run, but this is when I would say the disinterested Jones came into effect. He partied his entire training camp, didn't take it seriously, was able to win the unanimous decision. Then he beat Glover Teixeira, which is a good win. Glover Teixeira would go on to beat Jan Blachowicz, become champion. When Jon Jones vacated the belt, then he beat Daniel Cormier by unanimous decision. And then the events happen with Jon Jones, where he gets stripped of the title, comes back, wins the interim title against Openshing Peru, then pops for steroids. I'm pretty sure this was, he got suspended for, that's what he got suspended for, or no, I don't know if he was suspended. Either way, he popped for Tyrannon Ball, then the Daniel Cormier fight, and then you have the the picograms in the Gustafsson fight, where he was able to knock out Gustafsson. Well, it's ground and pound, but still. Then he beat Anthony Smith by unanimous decision, and in a fight he clearly won, but Anthony Smith, no disrespect, but I like him. I love seeing him on the Believe You Me podcast. Is not a top light heavyweight contender nowadays. Really close fight with Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos didn't have a knee or didn't have a leg, and Jon Jones could barely pull that one off. Then he had the Dominic Reyes fight. Many people thought Dominic Reyes won this fight, and then after that, he vacated his UFC light heavyweight title and took 3 years off to face Shogun. We're gonna talk about the Francis thing in a second. And then he gets injured again, and most recently he TKO'd a 42-year-old Stipe. So Jon Jones already is the GOAT, whether you like it or not. Nobody has a resume close to this when you're talking about wins over former champions, longevity, submissions, TKOs. He has them all. Like I said, there's a lot of asterisks when it comes to steroid use, when it comes to his criminal record, but that seems to be past him now. And for Jon Jones, he's not in a situation where he needs to defend the heavyweight title, but he's going to, and like I said in my other video on Aspinall, it's looking that like that's the next fight we'll get. Say he beats Aspinall, which will be a really tough test. I think that will be the toughest match of his career. Then he beats Pereira. That's 30. I'm gonna say 30 no. The only other guy, well, I mean, he called out Derek Lewis too, which, if he wants to knock that one off, I mean, I'm all for giving Derek Lewis a title shot. I don't care if it would aggravate people, whatever. One, it's heavyweight. Two, again, it's Jon Jones. People don't realize with the Stipe fight, Jon Jones has the pull to pick what fights he wants. And, you know, he says it all the time. He said it all the time when he was ducking at Aspinall. He doesn't need to wait around for every up and coming contender. However, I think it would be amazing to see Jon Jones be able to capture the consecutive heavyweight defenses. I know a lot of people have a ton of issue with him being out for a year and a half, and that's why I hope he fights 2 times next year. Originally in 2023, like again, he didn't plan on tearing his pec. He was gonna fight Stipe in November. Then we probably would have had Jones Arsenal this past um, International Fight Week. And then we would have probably been on the Aspinall, or not, been on the Pereira Jon Jones fight if he hasn't, if he wasn't injured. But like, when we go over to the rankings, right, I'm not gonna include Tom Aspinall because that is the next fight. There's no other fight Dana White will give Jon Jones than Tom Aspinall. Silicon has, I think he's fighting. Who's Silicon fighting again? Let's look that up. Because I know he is. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I know he's booked. Volkov, yeah. Volkov December 10th. So, that's a number one contender fight, I guess. He dominated Silicon, though Silicon, unless he works severely on his wrestling, I don't see him being a match for Jon Jones. And, you know, this might be a hot take here. I don't think Silicon striking would really be a problem for Jon Jones either. If he were to stand. Obviously it's heavyweight and any shot can knock anybody out. But I feel like Jon Jones in a rematch would just have an easier time, whether it's on the feet or not. Call me crazy, call me a Jon Jones dick rider, whatever. I think he beats Saragani easily. Volkov, interesting match. It would be the Volkov would have a insane height advantage. I'm pretty sure he would even. I don't know about the reach. He might actually have similar reach to Jon Jones. I'm not sure, but that would be an interesting fight. Pavlovich would be an entertaining fight. Curtis Blades, I feel like, would be probably the second best threat behind Tom Aspinall, in my opinion, to beat Jon Jones, simply because he does have that wrestling ability, he does have that power, and I think that would be an entertaining fight. Um, Jolton Almeida being probably one of the most talented submission artists at heavyweight. That would be a legitimate test to see how good Jon Jones' wrestling really is against a guy. I think Almeida is around the same weight as Jon Jones. I'd be interested to see that. And then the only other guy down here that I wouldn't mind getting a fight against Jon Jones is Derek Lewis. Mainly because it's Derek Lewis. I know it'd be a gifted title shot, but It's Derek Rose. Come on, man. Are you gonna complain about the Black Beast getting a title shot? Are you gonna deny a title shot to his face? I don't think so. But like, when you really work through it, you got one. I'm gonna throw Francis as a maybe. So one, two, three. He has at least like three with Pereira, right? So Tom, Pereira. I'm gonna throw Francis in there, and I could see him throwing him Derek at the end. But like, the thing about Jon Jones is that he is a competitor. He cares greatly about his legacy. He already has the record for most consecutive title wins in a row. Would have been consecutive title defenses, but he wasn't mature early in his career. He only needs, what, three title defenses for Stipe's record. Let me hold up. I don't, cause I'm blanking on if Stipe. I'm pretty sure it's three, right? Cause go back here to. Yeah, it was Verdum, then he beat Overeem, then he beat JDS, then he beat Francis, and then DC beat him, and then he defended it. Okay, well, I mean, it's three consecutive, and then one plus one, so you need four, which Tom, Alex, Derek, that would tie it right there. Um, Again, too, like, the thing with Jon Jones and seeing Jon Jones at heavyweight is Demetrius Johnson said it best, and I always refer to him in any video I'm talking about Jon Jones. Jon Jones has the mindset of a lighter fighter as a heavyweight, and that's really interesting. Tom Aspinall has it too, but I really believe that we're at least gonna get two more fights from Jon Jones. Win or lose, I feel like he will get the Pereira fight, no matter what. Even if they both lost the title, the UFC would throw that fight on, just for the money. And then the final one would be, the final legitimate one would be Francis. And that's up to the UFC, that's up to Dana, that's up to Hunter, that's up to Endeavor. We'll see. But, again, so, he signed an 8-fight deal in 2023. He's only fought two of those fights. He confirmed that he will face Tom Aspinall. I don't see him leaving half of that contract on the table. I can see him retiring with maybe 2 or 3 fights left. But I feel like Jon Jones, as a competitor, as a businessman, he seems to be in the best place he's been in. He seems to have the best camp around him. He stayed out of trouble recently. I really need to, like, close that period of time where I'm saying he was, you know, whatever. But, yeah. Basically, I just wanted to make this video because the entire time Jon Jones is saying that he was contemplating retirement and that I knew he was baiting the UFC. Like, Dana knew it, Hunter knew it. I feel like anybody with a brand that is in depth with the fight game. Like, the fights are one thing, but like, the fight game of promoting a fight, negotiating with the UFC, I feel like it was so obvious what Jon Jones was doing. Well, let me know in the comments, do you agree with me that we will see at least 2 or 3 more fights from Jon Jones? Or do you think that Jon Jones will fight Alex maybe and Doug Astro? Which, I gotta be honest, I think he wants Hell Astro. I think he wants to at least get that heavyweight title defense record. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Yeah, later.